Man, where do I start? That was a very disappointing night by the Sacramento Kings tonight. Giving up an NBA franchise record by the Orlando Magic, 27 3-pointers tonight. Final score from Golden 131 to 94. The Kings lose their 15th straight game in a row. That is an all-time whopping franchise record in overall in the Sacramento Kings history. 15 game losing streak for the Kings. And uh, I don't have much to say. Terrible game. Sabonis, Zach LaVine both had season ending surgeries on Wednesday, yesterday, and they both are out for the year. Sabonis tore his meniscus early on in the season. He only appeared in 19 games. And, at some point, he tried to play through it, didn't work out. The team sucked it up, continued to suck it up without him being on the court. We're not going anywhere with this team this season, expectedly, currently with this way they've been playing right now. And Sabonis decided to take care of his knee. And you know what? I don't blame him for taking care of his knee. Uh, Partially torn meniscus. Get right, get healed, and get ready for camp for next season. Zach LaVine, right pinky on his shooting hand, took care of it. I don't blame him for taking care of it either. He's going to probably most likely opt into his player option, and he'll be back next season. I think both players will be probably Sacramento Kings players next season, despite both of them being heavily rumored in the trade rumors. I don't see them getting traded and dealt with, and they both will be back next season. But let's talk about tonight's game. Let's start off with the numbers with starting five. Precious Chua, 34 minutes, 14 points. He had 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals, 2 blocks for Precious. Keegan Murray comes back for his first game back from injury. 32 minutes, he had 15 points, he had 8 boards, he had 2 assists, he had 1 block. Max in 39 minutes continues to shine, man. 17 points, 14 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Russell Westbrook got 17 minutes tonight. He had 5 points, 0 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. And DeMar DeRozan played 19 minutes tonight. He had 13 points, 6 assists, 3 boards. Devin Carter off the bench, 28 minutes for Devin Carter tonight. 11 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals for Devin Carter. Malik Monk in 20 minutes, he had 14 points. He had 2 assists. He had 0 rebounds. Nick Clifford was pretty disappointing tonight. 30 minutes, he had 5 points. He was 1 of 5 overall from the field. 2 boards, 1 assist, a minus 32, man. Disappointed to see that tonight by Nick, man. Daquan Plotting got 10 minutes. He had 0 points. He had 1 board. He had 0 assists. And Drew Eubanks came back from injury as well. 11 minutes tonight for Drew. 0 points, 5 boards, 1 assist. I sound so down. I just really wanted to see Nick Clifford really play well and take advantage of Zach LaVine being absent. And I know Keegan Murray, it's his first game back, but I was somewhat a little disappointed in Keegan Murray. I want to see him become more of a number one option. DeAndre Hunter is practicing with the team. He was ruled out for tonight's game, but I do expect him to be back pretty soon. And I tweeted this out earlier, but I did want to mention this. 26 games, or should I say 25 games after tonight. The final 25 games, I want to see Keegan Murray become a number one option. And if that means DeMar DeRozan and Westbrook have to take a step back of sharing the number one option, I want to see Keegan Murray become that number one option, and then it can be DeMar and then Westbrook. There should be no excuses for Keegan Murray not to be the number one option the final 25 games of the season. I got to see him be the number one option. I want to see Keegan Murray and DeAndre Hunter build continuity and build chemistry together. We have yet to see both of them on the court at the same time. I think we will probably see that pretty soon when DeAndre Hunter is back. Got to see those two wings on the court at the same time because they both potentially could be interchangeable. They both can play off of one another. And I think it's going to be – we got to see the fit we got to see what we have with them, with both of those wings as we move forward in this rebuild. I want to see Max and Devin Carter continue to get minutes. Finish strong. Devin Carter did not look great tonight, but the fact that he got 28 minutes, I still want to see him get around that many minutes moving forward. Max, strong game tonight. Continue to shine. I want to see him get 39, 40 minutes a night moving forward. Dylan Carwell's out with an ankle injury. He'll be reevaluated in 4 freaking weeks. So when in that time, if he's back, I do want to see more Dylan Carwell minutes. I mean, I thought it was pretty freaking cool seeing him on the sideline tonight, on the bench, sitting with the Beam Boys t-shirt that he probably got custom made. Pretty freaking cool to see Dylan Carwell wear that sitting on the bench tonight. And, I want to see Nate Clifford stay aggressive. I'm looking at Nate Clifford tonight. He was 1 of 5. I get that he struggled offensively tonight. I still want to see him shoot more than 5 attempts. He's got to be aggressive, because what we've seen him when he's very capable of being aggressive, and when we've seen the aggressiveness of Nate Clifford, we've seen what he's very capable of doing. I want to see him take more shot attempts than 5 shots. And tonight, that's why I was a little disappointed with Nate Clifford. He's got to be aggressive moving forward, man. I want to see Daquan Plowden get minutes too moving forward. I thought he had a good stint right before All-Star break, and tonight he got 10 minutes, and he only took 2 shots. I want to see him be better and more minutes for Daquan Plowden, because we can potentially have something in him moving forward behind DeAndre Hunter and Keegan Murray as the wing spots. And, the veterans, this is no disrespect to the veterans and DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook. The season is clearly over. We're not playing for nothing this season. They should take a seat back and develop and help mature these young rookies, because they are the veterans, and your younger youth are going to look up to the vets. And I think that the final 25 games, that should be their role right now, is, not to go out and try to win games, but to actually, lead and steer this youth movement at the Kings are on into the right direction. Help bring them up. And that goes, that's including Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray's probably the youngest vet on this team, because he's been in the league for quite some time, a couple years now. Still, he could use some veteranship and leadership from Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan. So with that being said, everybody's thinking that the Kings are giving it up, this and that. Listen, the Kings were bad with Sabonis and Levine on the court. I mean, they were not really good with them. So I don't blame them for taking care of their health-wise, their injuries. Season's over. They weren't gonna be on the fence of trying to make the play-in as a 10th spot, because they're so far away from that, and they only have 12 wins. So I'm glad they opted to have season-ending surgeries and take care of them and their bodies. And the next step for them would be just to heal up and get ready for a training camp, because it will be here sooner rather than later. It always goes by fast, and I'm glad Domantas Sabonis opted to get surgery on his meniscus tear, get healthy, get healed, be back 100% healthy. And that goes the same for Zach LaVine, getting surgery on his pinky, on his right hand, on the shooting hand. Get healthy, and be back 100% healthy next season. So with that being said, man, I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. It's crazy how the Orlando Magic have just shot the lights out in this gym. They did it last year. I think they made like 23 to 24 3-pointers. And tonight, they made 27 freaking 3-pointers, man. Really unbelievable how they can put on a clinic, and it just started in the second half of this game. With that being said, next game is on Saturday in San Antonio against Wemby, Fox, and the Spurs. Gonna be a tough game. Spurs are one of the best teams in the Western Conference this year, and the Kings are gonna have their hands full on Saturday. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on tonight's game. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Sabonis and Levine being done for the year, and let me know what you guys want to see moving forward for the final remaining 25 games of the season. What do you guys want to see? I told you guys what I want to see. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. That's going to do it for tonight's video. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Have yourself a great rest of your night. Have yourself a great weekend. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.